First, I'd like to thank you for the session. It was a great session. Guys, I'm here with Mr. Ray Warda, Outreach Director for BLB Resources. During the session, what got to me, what I took from the session, was how sometimes as real estate agents we get into a comfort zone. Things that we want to grow our business, but we don't understand why our business is not growing. And I'm one of those people that sometimes I try to grab everything and I don't delegate enough. Can you amplify a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's one of the things I see a lot of entrepreneurs make that mistake is they know a lot because they have so much experience, but they don't see themselves growing. And I was at a Darren Hardy conference the past couple of days, and I learned that he's my business mentor. And the things that he gave me a wake-up call pretty much was about the amount of hours that we spent in a day in our lives. And the average person lives about 79 years, and there's about a little over 642,000 hours that comes out to, something to that nature. And most of those hours are spent on stuff that we are not experts in. So there's certain things in your life. So for example, TV. You just taking TV out of your life, and there's over 95,000 adult hours spent on watching TV. Just taking that out of your life, you're going to increase the amount of knowledge that you'll have because you can incorporate more that is going to enhance your learning. So you see TV in a different way where you're going to learn, maybe watch things that are related to your business, or audio programs that are related to your business about marketing, prospecting, that are going to grow you as a company, rather than watching the news and help you, go to the negative path, where that does nothing for you. It's like a dull moment there that's really, there's no benefit to it. So.
Now you mentioned a great book. Is it Purple Cow?
Yes. Purple Cow is by Seth Godin. It's a great book to read for those of you that want to read it. It is what it is. I mean, the title, Purple Cow, it tells you about how you differentiate yourself as a company, as a brand, and as a person. You want to be somebody that's different than the rest. There are top 5% of real estate agents that are top 5% because of a reason. They do things differently than the average real estate agent does. And that's where you want to be. You want to be at that top 5 to 10% of your level. And the only way to do that is create your own purple cow in your business, in your life, in your brand.
Wow, that's great insight. Gotta be different. You gotta try something different. If you're doing the same thing, that reminds me of a quote from Albert Einstein. The definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over again and expecting a different result.
Absolutely.
So if you're currently doing the same mistakes over and over, you're not going to grow. And personally for me this year, and this is what got, one of the things that you said that I resonate with is you can't try to do everything. There isn't 40 hours a day to do everything. You got to learn how to delegate. You got to surround yourself with competent people. One of my biggest acquisitions this year was hiring a marketing director, and that has worked wonders for me.
Absolutely.
Because that's a job in itself, and I know he even feels that he doesn't even have enough time in the day to do what we want to do. So Ray, I thank you. That was a great breakout session.
And you mentioned that. I just want to throw in this about a lot of people forget that it's sometimes humility, that we don't want to feel humiliated on ourselves to delegate something that we are an expert in or know something so much to another person. And sometimes you gotta let humility take over you sometimes for you to transfer that authority or that delegation to somebody else, and that just frees you up more. Because like we were talking about, pick 3 things that are vital in your field on what you do and be an expert on those 3 things, delegate everything else.
That reminds me of that one saying, jack of all trades, master of none.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we definitely could grow, but we got to take the right approach. And one of the things that NAHREP does, and the great things, is if they bring out great speakers like Mr. Warda. If you were in that room, I felt the energy, I connected, and I understood where you were coming from, because as a small business owner, I've been through those headaches, and it just resonated. And it's a refresher to hear you say, you gotta let go, you gotta delegate, and you gotta be working on your craft. work on your business versus doing something else.
Absolutely.
So Ray, we thank you.
You got it, man. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.